Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm Crispy Kareem and I make videos in which I say my opinion, I comment on certain subjects and I get things off my chest and you've come to listen for some reason. So thank you. I really appreciate that you're here. If you like what you've seen and what you've heard, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this video and channel with your friends and your loved ones. And if you don't like my video or my channel, then you should find child me using a time machine and post candid photos of child me online, because this is the subject I want to talk about. And I think I'm gonna regret that because I really do feel strongly about this, and it's quite a serious one. So, and this is kind of sort of an impromptu follow up to the video I made about TikTok that I uploaded in early November, and I just want to kind of add on to that and comment on some things that I've seen this week, and to an extent of one of the things just over the last month and over the course of the World Cup. So the main thing I want to talk about, which is the one that really got traction, was I don't know how old she was. I think she was 8. There was a Moroccan girl who was obviously very excited about her team getting to the semi-final. Good for them. I really wanted Morocco to win, but unfortunately the colonizers won. But Mbappe was an awesome guy about that, so good for him. I could not watch the match because I was busy, and it was so depressing just watching Morocco lose from the beginning. But back to the whole little girl thing. So I'm not gonna put any of the content into this video that I'm speaking about, because I don't want to attract that kind of negativity or spread the images of these children any more than they really need to be spread, which is for the most part just doesn't need to be spread at all. But I do, and plus also because I just don't want to spend time editing this video. I'm still busy right now, I have assignments to do, but I really want to talk about this and upload this video onto my YouTube anyway. I just think that the way people react to her was like really crazy, because what she did was it was basically trash talking, which doesn't that happen in every sport? Like, I'm gonna win, and then I'm gonna, kind of like in boys' schools, it's gonna be like, oh, you've got a MILF of a mum and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not necessarily saying it's acceptable, but I'm saying like it's like the kind of regular sports trash talking, really. Like, oh, you'll lose so badly, you'll cry the Dead Sea back to its level from like 100 years ago. I think, pretty sure the Dead Sea's drying up right now, so that's why I said Dead Sea. But like the way she was talking about Ronaldo, it's like, come on, it was perfectly normal trash talking. Plus, I think it was obvious that her dad was the one teaching her the behavior. It's not like she's just this really mean little girl. I mean, she was probably, I think that's what everyone said, she was learning from his dad. So I looked in the original comment section for the post I saw on Twitter, because I don't really use TikTok that much. And I couldn't see anything like problematic initially, just people complaining about the problematic comments, which is usually what happens when this sort of thing happens, or when someone's being racist. But eventually, the screenshots made its way, because there's always someone who's more online than me, ready to investigate and preserve this stuff like there's some kind of museum for it. And oh my god, the comments and the replies were so unhinged. There were people saying that, like, leave me in a room with her and see what I'll do with her, and then people obviously being more explicit and to the point about the fact that they wanted to molest her, which is very, very, very messed up. And the fact that you are saying this about a young child is so wrong, especially when she's literally just making fun of your favorite player, who, by the way, did admit on camera to raping his girlfriend. when she made the allegations. So maybe when you are threatening to rape a little girl in defense of that person, maybe you should think about the fact that it should maybe bring us to the conclusion that you shouldn't be near females of any age, not you know, women, not girls, or anything. Like, not if they're overage or underage. Like, you have to understand, like, how much do you have to hate women to like want to rape a child because she did some trash talking of your favorite player? Like, that doesn't happen in every sport. And I'm not encouraging her behavior. Like, I think all the that attitude, like the when Ronaldo when is what made Morocco lose, like similar to like how Saudi Arabia lost because everyone was going when Messi, and they got all like conceited and narcissistic, and then like they got thrashed by Poland, Saudi Arabia, and they didn't get past the heats, the leagues. So I think that that's a sign from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا تكون لا يأخذك الغرور. Okay, and I'm not blaming the girl for her behavior, or for parents for posting online, for the comments like actually getting and the backlash happening. That's not her fault or her family's fault, and the fact that they apologized as well was really wild. Like, like a lot of people are probably saying, oh yeah, she's seen the comments. I don't think she's actually understood the comments, because maybe she's too young to understand what rape is. But I do understand that Morocco has the second highest English proficiency rates in the world, so her parents probably do know what the comments said, and I don't think Franco would have just told them to piss off if they were writing that stuff about a young child, because why would you apologize to those people? I mean, that's your decision, and you obviously don't want your children behaving like that, but come on, grow a spine and tell the rape threaters to fuck off. Like, seriously, that's such a disgusting way to talk about a child. But that does bring me on to the issue. I don't think I've actually explicitly mentioned it yet, but I have an issue with people who post content of children online, and less with the fine bros kind of stuff, because I mean they get but I can understand why people don't like that, and I don't like to like consume content of children specifically, because it's just, I don't think people should have their children online in any way. Like, it's kind of links on to the next things I want to say, which is that things I want to bring up. And the first one I want to bring up was that I saw this screenshot of a TikTok that where I don't know what was going on. I'm not linking the TikTok or putting the screenshot in, but basically in the shot that was screenshotted, there were two girls circled. One of them was 12, appeared around 12 or 13. The other one appeared to be around 4 years old, and the caption was, "If she's old enough to walk, she's old enough to take this cock." And it got 1 million likes. And I don't know if people read the actual caption, but I was so shocked that this was going around without any kind of accountability or censorship, and and the fact, I can't imagine what was in the comment section. I did not want to look for the TikTok because I was worried that giving it any kind of engagement would boost it, and I think it's really gross that and kind of adds on to my point about how people use TikTok to prey on children and try to groom them. As with any other social media video, it seems to be worse on TikTok because the quick pace of it and the musical jingle, playful nature of it makes it very kids aimed, even if it's not specifically designed for kids and marketed to kids. And I think TikTok's actual attempts to protect children by making 13 to 15-year-olds have private accounts when they could just lie about their age is really not good enough. It's like a band-aid solution, and the harassment and disgusting sexual comments towards children on there does not stop at the accounts they have, but really goes to any posting of those children. And I just don't understand why. And the third thing that really got me saying this was, obviously, as some of you know, there's this really nice song by Miriam Faris Maluma and Nicki Minaj called and it's a fun song to listen to. It's a pretty awesome video. I think a lot of people think like Waka Waka was the best, but come on, you just don't understand the energy of it in the music video the way I would, because it's supposed to be a reflective. I think the video is supposed to be reflective of where it is, which is why it's different to Brazil and South Africa, which is what everyone preferred. But that's going off topic. And I'm not sure about the other two artists because I don't follow them, but I follow Miriam Faris, and her being a professional dancer, she obviously has become very much harnessed to the power of TikTok for marketing, and she has since been reposting TikToks of people dancing to her song, and that's fine. The issue I have, because she can do what she wants, she can dance and however she wants and wear whatever she wants. What I have an issue with is the fact that she's also posting videos of people's kids, and obviously they have consented to put her putting that there, and because they've had it on their social media and they've tagged her. But the problem is that you're putting footage of people's children dancing and you don't know where that's going to go. And the problem mainly lies with the parents for the lack of safeguarding, but it's especially an issue with Miriam, because I remember in an interview about 2 or 3 years ago, she said that she stopped putting videos of and pictures of her older son online when he started developing distinct features, because when he was a baby, obviously all babies look the same. But when he got older, she said she didn't want him getting treated differently at school because people would know him as the son of Miriam Faris. And I actually agreed with that. I think keep them away from the public eye, because, the paparazzi are awful, social media are awful, like the stuff people have said, like especially because of the stuff that people have said about Beyonce's daughter. I think Ivy's the older one, and it's so awful. I just the way people treat her children online, like calling her ugly, and she looks like her dad, Jay-Z, and it's so unfair, and it's why I just don't like. I think it's unfair for the child. Like, just let them live a normal life, or normal, barring the fact that you make bajillion dollars or something. But like, keep them out of the public eye, because I remember Noelle Ezobi herself said that she kept her children out of the public eye until her older daughter Tia said, "Oh, I don't mind being famous now. I want to launch my fashion brand, and I could use your help because Noelle is really famous, and Tia is now a successful fashion designer." She waited until her kids let her her younger son let her post a picture of him as well on her social media, and it's about consent really, and being and safeguarding. And obviously they are people that understand why you shouldn't, why kids might not want to be in the limelight and the spotlight. And I think I was really disappointed when Miriam Faris actually started posting that kind of stuff, because I just think that when it can go in the wrong places, you should maybe be more careful. And maybe, like, in my opinion, I would just have put like a social media post being like, can you please stop posting your kids online dancing to my music, because people can go about it the wrong way, and there are groomers and pedophiles online, and I think that you should not be posting that kind of thing. And obviously that's not to shame them or to make them feel like they're responsible for their children being preyed upon by predators, but there needs to be a level of responsibility with you. And knowing the dangers of the internet, it would be very nice if we lived in a world where we could just post whatever content we want of our children and no one would make creepy, disgusting comments of them. But unfortunately we don't, and knowing the world the way the internet is, there's an importance that needs to be put into child safeguarding and being careful about what you post of your children in the public realm. If you post pictures of your children on social media accounts where only your friends and family can see, that is fine. It's not the same thing. But if you're posting something on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, and other people can see and spread that picture, and it goes to the wrong places, especially with them dancing and dancing, it can really put your child in danger, and it's really you really need to think long and hard about what of your children are you posting online. It's not even aimed at like social media parents who post every aspect of their child's life online. It's can even go to just the occasional post. It's post, and the fact that something can go wrong, and it is a genuinely worrying thing that this is becoming more normal. I think that people should keep their children off social media, and in terms of what's posted of them and in terms of what they can use. I mean, we know when they get into their tween and teen eras, obviously that's for them to discover themselves, and social media can help them with that. But like, definitely not before they're 10, because I just don't see a reason why they would need social media. They should be making friends face to face, and they should be trying to make face to face connections. And so social media brings a lot for people to process. It can change your brain structure, especially the way it's designed to be addictive and shorten your attention span. And I don't think children should be able to from an extremely young age should have direct access to that stuff, and people shouldn't have direct access to your children through social media, or even indirect access. I think we need to put more of an emphasis on child safeguarding when it comes to what we put on social media, because irresponsible parents, regardless of how well intentioned they are, exist. And and there are predatory people out there that a lot of people aren't careful about, and it's scary that some people can be not careful about where images of their children are ending up, because as you've seen in the examples earlier and how people react, it really shows what kind of danger you could be putting your child in, even if you're posting something out of your love for them. And I'm not shaming you as a parent. I'm just saying, like, just think about what you're posting of your child, and maybe just don't do it. And yeah, safeguard the children. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm Crispy Kareem. Again, like this video, subscribe and share, and I will keep uploading.